So, since you are talking with many men, can you give us an idea of what, like, obviously people are different. As like me and Kate, we like look for different things, but we do have stuff in common. Can you tell us what the men are looking for
Or
nowadays?
their expectations.
Yeah, when you ask them. So, since you are talking with many men, can you give us an idea of what, like, obviously people are different. As like me and Kate, we like look for different things, but we do have stuff in common. Can you tell us what the men are looking for
Or
nowadays?
their expectations.
Yeah, when you ask them.
Well, it's interesting because you have different kind of groups of men. So I would say,
Let's start
Like-
with Americans.
no, I mean just that. I mean, like, you have the younger guys who are still trying to figure it out, kind of like what we were talking about earlier. So a lot of it, I think, is just more focused on experiences. So they're not really clear on what they're trying to work towards and what they're trying to build. I'm not saying every young man, but I'm saying a lot of them. But I think when you get to my age, like mid to late 30s and then beyond, there's much more clarity.
Yeah, we're talking about those people.
Okay. There's much more clarity in what you want and what you're looking for in life. Most men, I would say, my age, I think, are family oriented. They probably, if they haven't had a child, they probably want at least one. They probably are looking to, if they're not getting married in a traditional way, have at least a long-term committed partner, maybe to have a child with, maybe not. But I think they're at the point where they're ready to invest in another person because they're typically pretty comfortable in their routine and their career, and they want something more and bigger than themselves. And so it's about trying to find somebody that they can feel comfortable to take that chance with. And that's why I think a lot of the conversations and the points that you two are making, it's good, right? Because we're not women. So we need to learn and appreciate what you guys are looking for and figure out where's the overlap, where's the similarities or the common ground, so that we can try to find more meaningful ways to work together to achieve it.
Yeah, this information matches everything I read on a dating app. I can see a lot of men. Some of them are not really clear. Like they say that they're looking for relationship and marriage and children, and then they put information that is irrelevant. Like two truths and a lie. I love socks. I'm afraid of sharks. I'm like,
Yes, it's and dating, obviously dating is nuanced and dating is tricky because it also depends on like how much experience that person's had. You know, the more experience they've had, not like the most is the best, but more experience typically helps them better understand how to navigate what I would call courtship. When we say dating, that's usually what we're talking about, courtship, meaning the formal process of getting to know somebody and taking them out and what that looks like. Dating is also kind of skewed right now because, well, I don't know how it's like in Russia. In America, we also have, for young people especially, there's a prevalence of hookup culture. And because of that like skews everybody's perception of what dating should be. To go back to Kate's point earlier, if I paid a meal, I have to sleep with you? Some of them might feel like that's that expectation. Well, in past times, in a traditional sense, like that's not even a thing. It's just we go out several times and it's just a part of us getting to know each other. Versus now, the barrier is very, very low. So you kind of expect like, yeah, like I bought you a coffee or I bought dinner, so like, yeah, we're sleeping together, right? And that I disagree with that point, but I also understand that it's very convoluted right now because young people are moving and behaving in a way that makes courtship and dating not really functional right now. It's something they kind of almost got to grow out of because of the way that they sort of position themselves as they start dating in their, let's say, early 20s.